Hello and welcome to Kids Cooking. I'm Miss Cora with the Weyburn and Estevan Public Library, and today we will be making Rice Krispie nests. So with spring here and Easter just around the corner, I thought this would be a nice tasty treat that you can make with your kids at home. So the ingredients that we will need are about 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats, which I've already put in a bowl here. About 3 tablespoons of butter. Not sure if you can see that or not. About 3 tablespoons of butter. About 10 ounces of marshmallows, or approximately 40 large marshmallows. You can also use mini marshmallows if you'd like. And once we are completed, then some chocolate mini eggs, or you can use jelly beans, any kind of candy or something that represents or looks like an egg. Okay, so let's get started. We will be using the stove top today. So you will need a parent or a caregiver's permission to use the stove. And all right, so first thing is to turn on your oven, your stove top here. You'll want a pot. Oh, and once we've got the Rice Krispies, the nests made, we will be using a muffin tin pan, so you will need that as well, and you'll want to grease it ahead of time. So you can use a spray, or you can use butter, anything that you use to grease a pan, with your preference there. Okay, so the first thing is turn on your element there and stick in your butter. And we want to melt our butter first. So you'll want to be careful so it's not too hot and so that it doesn't burn. Another ingredient that is optional is vanilla. So you don't have to use it, but it does give it a little bit more flavor. So about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons, if you'd like, of vanilla as well. So my butter is melting here. We're going to melt it completely. And then if you want to go ahead and get your marshmallows ready, we will put them in next. Okay, so now my butter is melted. So now I'm going to add in my marshmallows. And you want to really watch, you don't want your element too high or too hot, because we don't want to burn it, but you do want it probably about medium heat or so till your marshmallows start melting. So you'll want the marshmallows completely melted and your mixture smooth as can be before we add in the Rice Krispies. You'll want to keep stirring just so it doesn't burn on you. Okay, now my marshmallows are looks like completely melted. So now I'm going to add in a teaspoon or so of vanilla, just to give it a little flavor. And as I said earlier, this is optional. You do not need to add it. Okay, once it is melted, you can take it off the heat. And this step, you do want to do kind of quickly because it does cool quite fast. So you want to start mixing in your Rice Krispies. If you want to do just a little bit at a time, you can, to make it a little bit easier to mix. And make sure it's thoroughly mixed well, so everything sticks together here. Once we have all the marshmallow mixed really well, mixture in with your Rice Krispies, you're going to start scooping it into your muffin pan. If you want, you can use wax paper, so you don't have to use your hands, because it will be a little hot and it will be sticky as well. So it looks like it's all ready for me. So I am going to start scooping it in here. And it might be a little tricky. I might get a different spoon here. You can use maybe a little bit of water with your spoon, or you can put a little bit of cooking spray maybe on it, so the Rice Krispies will not stick to your spoon. And so I'm just going to push it into, I'll bring it closer here. I'm going to push it into the pan, and you want to kind of make an indent, like a nest. So when you put your eggs in, then they won't fall out as easy. Okay, so now you can go ahead and just start filling up your pan. Okay, so this is what it's kind of going to look like once you've completed getting your nest into the pan there. As you see, I've made a little bit of an indentation. You can use your fingers or the back of a spoon, just so once we put our eggs in there, then they'll be able to stay in a little bit. So you want to make sure your nests are completely cooled before you put the eggs in. So I'm going to let that cool here for a bit, and then once they have cooled, take them out of the pan, and then we'll put the eggs in our nests. Alright, once your Rice Krispie nests have cooled off, then you can take them out of the muffin pan and put your mini eggs into your nest, and now you have some little Rice Krispie nests. And the best part is to eat them. So hope you enjoyed that. If you do make these delicious treats, I'd love to see how they turned out. So my email is at the end of this video. And then, or you can also send a picture to me on our Facebook page through Messenger if you'd like. So happy baking, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.